So good morning, and thanks a million for joining me on the mat this morning. This week's focus is on mobility. So just a kind of quick intro to really what the difference between flexibility and mobility might be. So a lot of people, when they come to the mat, they're looking to gain or develop flexibility, which is really good. It's all about lengthening into those muscles, creating a little bit of space between the tissue. So you're looking for a bit of a stretch reflex. It can be restorative. It can be a really nice way to kind of loosen out tight muscles, particularly if you're spending a lot of time in one position. What it doesn't do though, it doesn't strengthen so much. Okay, so you're lengthening, and over time that tissue becomes a little bit weak. So mobility is more about engaging those muscles around the joints and bringing us through a lovely natural range of motion. Okay, so you're stretching and you're strengthening at once. And a lot of the yoga practice that I will do is focusing on our mobility, but just this morning I'm kind of going to go a little bit deeper into it. Okay, so if you want to make yourself to a nice, easy cross-legged seat on the mat. And again, if easy cross-legged isn't easy, feel free to sit back on the heels, feet together, heels together. So we're going to sit as tall as we can. I want you to just notice how you're sitting here this morning. So notice if you've kind of collapsed into the chest, if the belly's got a wee bit lazy. We're going to gently press the chest forward, roll the shoulders back. We're going to suck the belly button in and just see if we can lengthen the spine a little bit more. So think about every little vertebrae along the spine stretching toward the ceiling. Okay, a piece of string attached to our head, drawing us tall. We're going to open the palms and begin. When you're ready, we're going to inhale the arms out, reaching up. Interlock fingers, press palms to the ceiling. As we exhale, press the palms forward and really stretch between the shoulder blades. And we'll do that 2 more times. So a nice big stretch. As we inhale, take the gaze up. And as we exhale, press forward and release. Last one. So again, arms right back in line with the ears. As we exhale forward, I want you to really exaggerate that press. Feel that stretch between the shoulders. We're going to inhale, arms out, reaching up. This time as we exhale, we're going to gently twist to the right. We're going to place the left hand just above the right knee, heel of the right hand close to the lower back. As we inhale, sit tall, draw the belly in. And as we exhale, we're going to twist from the lower back into the rib cage, into the chest, and take a little look over that right shoulder. We might even use that left hand, press it into the leg, bringing us a little bit deeper into that twist. So every inhale, I want you to think about lengthening, sitting tall. And every exhale, we're twisting, releasing, opening the heart to the right side of the room. Maybe draw that left shoulder away from the ear, and maybe just tilt the head slightly to the right. So we're getting a little stretch into the left side of the neck. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. We do that 1 more time. So really wring out the core and spine here. And then slowly inhale back to center. Then exhale just a little bit to the left, just to release that twist. And then back to center again. We reverse the crisscross of the legs just to keep a wee bit of balance in those hips if they're crossed. Opening the palms to the ceiling. We're going to inhale the arms out, reaching up. And as we exhale, gently twist to the left, place the right hand just above the left knee, heel of the left hand nice and close to the lower back. And we can even press into the ground here. See if we can get a little bit more length as we inhale. And as we exhale, again, starting that twist in the lower back, through the rib cage, into the chest, and take a little look over that left shoulder. We might even want that left hand around the body. So keep drawing the left shoulder back. We're looking for heart space. We're releasing the spine, wringing out the core. Maybe draw that right shoulder away from the right ear and tilt the head slightly to the left. So again, feeling that extra little stretch along the right side of the neck. So again, mobility relies very much so on our own body weight, our own practice. We don't use props so much. Again, we're just kind of working what's naturally there and developing it just a little bit more. 1 more breath here. And then slowly inhale back to center, small little twist to the right, just to release. And then back to center again. So like on Tuesday, we're going to start to mobilize into those hips straight away. So just warming up into the joint. We're going to pick the right foot up, place it in the left hand, right knee in the right hand. Draw the toe toward the knee and sit as tall as we can. See if we can bring the shin a little bit higher, but without losing that lovely long spine. And we're going to gently rock into that right hip. Now the movement might be small, it might be large. What I don't want you to do is force the movement. So those hands are just there guiding the hip through its natural range. We might get a little bit deeper. Again, just gently wakening up that right hip. Particularly first thing in the morning, those hips can feel a little bit tighter, depending on how we've slept. So again, just being nice and gentle here. We're going to meet at center. From here, we're going to press the chest to the shin, shin to the chest. If we want to get deeper, we might place the foot into the left elbow crease, knee into the right elbow crease, joining the hands, but again, make sure that feels comfortable. We're not forcing that hip. We're just going to pause here, breathing softly in and out through the nose. Nice controlled breath. Deepening that breath, drawing it deep down into the belly. So we're going to use our belly breath this morning to really mobilize into the core. Lovely. And then we're going to rest the foot down. Now we can stay here in a nice easy cross-legged. If we want to go deeper, we're going to walk the right foot all the way over to the left. We're going to walk the left foot all the way over to the right, but I want you to make sure both sit bones are on the ground. So if they're not, I want you to come back into your easy cross-legged with the right foot on top. So we're trying to get ideally those joints stacked on top of each other. So right knee over left. And again, only if the hips are quite spacious already. Draw the toes toward the knees. So we're getting a nice little bit of engagement here. And we're sitting tall. So wherever we are, we're sitting tall. If we're an easy cross-legged, hands are on the knees. If we're in shoelace, hands are on the balls of the feet. We're going to inhale here, and if you want to go a little bit deeper as we exhale, gently press the chest forward and draw those shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen forward through the spine. Exhale, sink. And again, if you're an easy cross-legged, you might bring those arms out in front or in shoelace. It's nice to have the hands on the feet in shoelace just to keep drawing those toes toward the knee, protecting those knee joints. Lengthening as we inhale. Folding as we exhale. One more breath here. Keep drawing those shoulders back. And then slowly all the way back through center. Bringing that right foot out, left foot out. And then we're going to come back into our easy cross-legged. This time we're going to pick the left foot up. Place the left foot in the right hand, left knee in the left hand. Draw the toe toward the knee, sit nice and tall. And again, if we can bring the chin a little bit higher without collapsing into the spine, we're going to gently rock into that left hip. Nice and slow. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Again, not forcing the hip, just bringing it through its natural range. And again, it might deepen a little bit more as we waken up into that space. And again, just notice how that feels compared to the right side. So often we carry little imbalances on those hips. And what we're looking to achieve is even movement, both left to right. So if we have imbalances in the hips, chances are we're going to be landing a little bit off kilter on our feet. And again, that can cause all sorts of issues throughout the body. So again, we're trying to even out that movement. Lovely. Meeting at center, we're going to bring the shin to the chest, chest to the shin if you want to go deeper. Foot into right elbow crease, knee into left elbow crease, interlock fingers. And again, sit nice and tall. Softly breathing, maybe even close down the eyes and just really imagine that space within the left hip. Drawing the belly in and out. Lovely. We're going to rest that left foot down. So we can stay in easy cross-legged, hands on the knees. If you want to go a little bit deeper, we're going to walk the left foot all the way out to the right, right foot all the way out to the left, but again, making sure both sit bones are grounded. We're trying to get those knees stacked as much as we can, drawing the toes toward the knees if we're in shoelace. And again, just notice how that feels compared to the other side. So I'm already finding that a little bit trickier this morning on this side. So again, it's really good just to touch in with those imbalances. We're going to inhale, sit tall. And as we exhale, gently press the chest forward, draw the shoulders back. So we're leaning from the lower back. We're not rounding into the spine here. Keep drawing the shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. And again, if we're an easy cross-legged, feel free to bring those hands out in front. 2 more breaths here. 1 more. Slowly tuck the chin in, gently rise back up to seat. We're going to bring that left foot out in front. We're going to bring that right foot to meet it. We're going to space those feet a little bit further apart, bringing the hands behind us, fingertips point back. Press the ground away, really strong in the shoulders. We're going to inhale center as we exhale, drop both knees over to the right as we look over the left shoulder. From here, see if we can place that right foot onto the outer left leg. So we're really feeling this into the left hip. We're just going to pause here for 3. For 2. And 1. Rest the right foot down. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, drop both knees all the way over to the left as we look over the right shoulder. Maybe placing that left foot on top of the right thigh. Hold it here for 3. For 2. And 1. Gently rest the left foot down. Slowly come back to center. From here, we're going to come to lie on the mat. Just make sure you have your strap and your block beside you. Again, we may or may not need to use it, but just to have it in hand, we're going to lie back. Knees are bent, feet are flat to start with. We're going to hug the right knee in, give it a nice squeeze into the chest. Resting that right ankle just above the left knee, we're going to come straight into our figure 4 this morning. Draw the right toe toward the knee, press the knee away from the body, and really ground that lower back into the mat. So full length of the spine connected to the ground. We're going to inhale, lift the left foot off the ground, shin parallel to the ceiling, and then interlock the fingers around the back of that left hamstring. If we find we're finding it hard to interlock fingers, or we're curling into the chest, or the lower back's coming off the ground, you can use your strap, use your towel. Bring it around the back of that left hamstring so it acts as a little extension of those arms. So we can gently walk the shoulder blades together, find that space in the chest. And as we exhale, work the left knee a little bit closer toward the face as we press the right knee away from the body. So like we did on Tuesday, we're going to continue to work into that right hip. We're going to bring a little bit into those ankles. We're going to inhale, straighten the left foot up toward the ceiling and really point through the toes. So stretching into the front of the ankle. And as we exhale, draw the toes toward the face. So we do that 3 more times. Again, still working into that hip, but just getting a little bit of ankle mobility here. Lovely. And again, this morning, instead of drawing our circles, we're going to see if we can draw little figure 8s. Okay, so a little bit more complicated, drawing those figure 8s using the big toe as our guide. Okay, so really what we're trying to do is just getting a little bit more movement into each little pocket of the ankle. Nice round letters or numbers are a nice one to start with. And again, you could do this, you could do the whole alphabet, you could do the whole numbers, count to whatever you want. Again, just a nice way of getting a little bit of mobility into those ankles. Okay, we're going to relax, allow the heel drop. Allow the foot release all the way down to the ground. We're going to cross the right leg over the left. Extend both arms out in line with the shoulders, palms down. Shift the hips to the right and then allow both knees drop over to the left, coming into a lovely little spinal twist. Gaze goes over the right fingertips and that right shoulder is literally glued to the ground. Just notice here, if we look down toward the hip, ideally we want that right hip stacked on top of the left. So you can always shift the hips a little bit more to the right. And try to get both hip bones down the midline of the mat. So we're not lying sideways across the mat here. As we inhale, draw a nice, deep, big belly breath. And as we exhale, twist and release a little bit more. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Focusing on wringing out the core, releasing the spine. And then slowly inhale back to center. We're going to uncross the legs. Hug the left knee in, give it a nice little squeeze into the chest, and then we're going to rest that left ankle just above the right knee, coming into our figure 4. So for that right foot placement, we should be able to ideally brush the back of that right heel. Draw the left toe toward the knee, press the left knee away from the body, and again guard the full length of the spine to the mat. We're going to inhale right foot off the ground, shin parallel to the ceiling, and again either interlocking fingers or strap around the back of that right hamstring. Keep drawing the toe toward the knee. So we're keeping that lower leg engaged. We're going to walk the shoulder blades together. Find that space across the chest. Each exhale, see if we can draw the right knee a little bit closer toward the face as we press the left knee away from the body. So releasing into that left hip. Nice one if you suffer from sciatica. Nice way of releasing that soft tissue around the nerve. Not going to cure, but should have alleviate some of those nasty symptoms. Working here with your breath, every exhale maybe deepening a little bit more. As we inhale, we're going to straighten that right foot up toward the ceiling and really point in through the front of the foot. And as we exhale, draw the toes toward the face. We do that 3 more times. So again, mobilizing into that right ankle. If it feels too much in the hamstring, feel free to bend the right knee and just work into that ankle. Then we just try to double up on our stretches here. Last one. And again, we're going to draw a figure eights using our big toe to guide the movement. You can do them backwards, you can do them frontwards, so clockwise, anti-clockwise. Maybe try both. So again, we're just trying to get into every little pocket of those ankles. So nice, round, smooth movement. Excellent. And relax. We're going to bend the right knee, allow the foot to release down onto the ground. We're going to allow that left leg come across the right. Extend both arms out in line with the shoulders, palms down. We're going to shift the hips to the left, allow both knees drop over to the right. Heels goes over the left shoulder, so opposite way to where those knees are falling. Left shoulder, left arm is glued to the ground. Maybe shift the hips a little bit more to the left, allowing that left hip stack on top of the right. Nice big belly breaths here, in and out through the nose. Control the breath. I want you to imagine on that exhale that you're literally squeezing every last little bit of stale air and energy out of the body, using those core muscles. One more nice deep belly breath here. And then slowly inhale back to center. We're going to uncross the legs, hugging both knees into the chest, hands are rested on the shins, knees are apart. We're going to inhale, press shins into hands, and as we exhale, work those knees further apart from each other, work the heels away from each other. Keep the lower back pressed into the ground. So we're coming in, setting up for our happy baby here. Every inhale, activate as we press shins into the hands, and every exhale, allow those knees drop out a little bit more. From here, see if we can bring the soles of the feet parallel or almost parallel to the ceiling, keeping that lower back on the ground. Catch and hold of calf, shins, ankles, inner arches of the feet, or maybe interlocking the middle of the index finger around those big toes. As we inhale, press soles of the feet toward the ceiling. And as we exhale, draw the knees down toward the ground beside us. So as we inhale, we're pressing up. And as we exhale, draw on down. Again, notice the space between the heels. I want you to make it as wide as you can. And automatically we'll get into that hip space. Activating as we inhale, releasing as we exhale. And again, we're going to keep this pose with the legs, but we're going to rest the hands one on top of each other on the belly. Relax the shoulders. As we inhale, press soles of the feet toward the ceiling. As we exhale, draw the knees down. We'll do that 2 more times. So again, not as relaxing when we take the arms out of it. So working more on strengthening those muscles around the joints here. Last one. Excellent. We're going to draw those knees back to center. Crisscross the ankles. Options here to make your way anyway to seat, or you can rock and roll with me. Forward and back along the mat, using the motion to massage the full length of the spine into the ground. Using the strong core connection to draw ourselves into seat each time. And when we've done this 3 or 4 times, we're going to meet in a nice strong seat at the front of the mat. Straight away, we're going to come onto all fours. So hands come forward. We're going to step back onto the knees into a nice strong tabletop. Shoulders over, elbows over wrists. Elbow creases face forward. We're going to spread those fingers nice and wide. Feet are about hip width distance apart, hips are stacked over knees. I want you to check in here where that belly is. So if the belly's kind of got lazy, if we feel we're compressing into the lower back, straight away I want you to suck the belly button in until you feel that lower back release and those core muscles engage. Notice if we're collapsing into the shoulders, I want you to press the ground away. So we're really strong before we even start the movement. Toes can be tucked or untucked, your choice. We're going to inhale, draw the chest forward as we take the gaze up and arch the spine. Exhale, press into the ground, curl through the spine, take the gaze back toward the belly. Inhale, gaze goes forward and up, arching the spine. Exhale, press into the ground, curl through the spine, really tuck the chin in and continue with your own breath. Nice little cat-cow curl movements. Throughout the full length of the spine, trying to create space between every single last vertebrae along the spine. Creating energy, flow, release, smoothing out the movement with each breath. Trying to get rid of any little points of resistance. Really lovely way of mobilizing into the spine, the full length of the core here, and exaggerate the movement, closing down the eyes and just really touching in with how that feels, as opposed to what it looks like. Relax the breath. And think of ourselves as getting a little bit more pliable, a little bit more bendy with each movement. So trying to get rid of that rigidity. But sometimes, even though we can work the muscles really hard, there's no point in having these really strong muscles if they're rigid, if they're not mobile. So it's really important that we work into our mobility as well as our strength and as well as our flexibility. Combines it all together. When you're ready, we're going to meet at center. From here, we're going to step back onto the ball of the right foot. So we're getting a little stretch into the back of the right leg here. We're just going to pause here for 3, for 2, and 1. We're going to drop the right heel down and we're going to swivel on the left knee, bringing that left foot all the way out to the left. Left hand stays on the ground. We're going to bring that right hand to the waist. If we're finding ourselves collapsing into the front of the body, you can use your block, place the left hand on the block so we can really open up into the front of the body, or come up onto the finger pads. So again, really draw that right shoulder back, pressing the outer blade of that right foot into the ground. We're going to inhale, right arm up, and as we exhale, stretch that right arm overhead. Draw the arm right back in line with the ear, maybe tip the gaze up toward the fingertips. As we inhale, draw right elbow, right knee into touch. As we exhale, extend the arm and lengthen that leg, pressing away through the heel. Inhale, knee to elbow in. Exhale, press it out. Continue with your own breath. Try not to touch the foot down. So we're hovering that right foot off the ground. If you want to challenge balance, we're going to follow the middle finger on that right hand with the gaze. So again, strengthening and mobilizing into that right hip space. Getting a nice little stretch along the right side of the body as we reach through the fingertips and press away through the heel. Relax the breath. Last one. Meeting an extension, we're going to rest the right foot down, bring that right hand to rest on the waist. We're going to bend the right knee, and then we're going to open the hips. So we're lifting that knee up toward the ceiling, looking back toward the right knee. I don't want you to see it, so we're going to press that right knee back, lift the knee a little bit higher. If you feel like going a little bit further, we're going to straighten the right leg. Hovering that foot in space, we're going to hold it, activating the right glute for 3. Lift for 2. And 1, gently release the right foot down, right hand comes back to left, swivel on the left knee, back into our tabletop. Same deal, opposite side, we're going to step back onto the ball of the left foot, straightening the leg, pressing away through the heel, getting a nice little stretch for 3. For 2, and 1, drop the left heel down, swivel on the right knee so that right foot comes all the way behind us. Keep the right hand on the ground, left hand on the hip. So right hand is either on the ground, fingertips, or block. Draw the shoulder back, press the hips forward, open into the heart. Inhale the left arm up, and as we exhale, reach that left arm all the way overhead. Again, making sure we're not reaching out to the left. I want you to really draw that left shoulder back. Gaze goes up toward those fingertips. Outer blade of that left foot press firmly into the ground. Imagining somebody's pulling you by the fingertips and somebody's holding you at the ankle. So nice big stretch. Inhale, knee to elbow in. Exhale, extend the leg and continue with your own breath. Nice and strong in that right arm. Keep pressing the ground away. If you want to challenge the balance, we're following the middle finger on that left hand with the gaze, our moving point of focus. Try to hover that left foot off the ground, really challenging the strength and integrity of that left hip. Slow and control, keep drawing the belly in, keep that lovely core connection. 2 more. Last one. Meeting an extension, we're going to rest the left foot down, bring the left hand to rest in the waist. Keep that heart space, we're going to bend the left knee. Lift the left knee up in line with the hip. Looking back, we don't want to see that knee, so we're going to press that left foot back a little bit more. Stay here if you want to go a little bit further. See if we can straighten that left leg, press away through the heel. Really feeling those glutes activate. We're going to hold it here, lifting the leg for 3, for 2, and 1. Release the left foot down.
Left hand comes back to the mat, swivel on the right knee. Left foot comes back into our tabletop. Bringing those hands forward to the front of the mat. Tuck both toes under. We're going to sit back toward the heels. Rest the forehead down toward the ground. So coming into a little child's pose variation here. Feeling that lovely stretch and release into the arches of the feet. Maybe wriggling through the toes and just working a wee bit of space into the toes themselves. Relax the breath, relax the chest, relax the belly, relax the shoulders. Taking one more breath here. We're going to press the hands into the ground. Gently lift the hips toward the ceiling and lower those heels down toward the mat, coming into our downward dog. In downward dog, I want you to actively press the ground away. See if you can draw the chest a little bit closer toward the mat. Gaze is back toward the knee. So if we're looking forward, we're going to be rounding into those shoulders. I want you to really focus on drawing that chest down. Lift the hips, draw the heels down a little bit more, and then gently paddle out the feet, allowing opposite heels melt toward the ground. Getting a nice little stretch into the backs of the legs. But again, if we're recovering from any lower leg injury, hamstring, just take it easy here. Nice gentle release. Don't force those heels. Relax the breath, draw the belly in. We're going to look forward between the hands and gently paddle our way all the way to the front of the mat. Coming to a nice relaxed forward fold here. Let everything hang out. Shoulders, arms, head release. Tuck the chin in. We're going to slowly roll away up to stand. Head comes up last. Nice. Take a little drink here if you need. We're going to get a little bit flowy for the rest of the class this morning. So again, we have mobilized those joints, we've activated those muscles, and now we're going to tie it all together and integrate it in a nice flow practice. Lovely. When you're ready. Meeting at the front of the mat, feet nicely grounded, about hip width distance apart, hands to heart. Relax the shoulders, draw the belly in, soften the face, relax the breath. Inhale the arms out, reaching up, palms together. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Stepping right foot back to lunge, dropping right knee down. Right hand stays on the ground. We're going to inhale, left arm up toward the ceiling, opening the heart. Left hand comes back to the mat. From here, we're going to inhale both arms out, reaching up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Interlock fingers facing just above the left knee as we inhale, lengthen the spine. As we exhale, sink the hips. 3 more here. I want you to keep that left knee stacked over the heel. If you want to go deeper, shift that right knee back. Movement is at the hips. Knee stays solid. Last one. Lovely. If the right knee is feeling a wee bit cranky here, I want you to take time, place a little bit of cushioning underneath it. We're going to open the arms into cactus arms. Press the chest forward, draw the shoulders back, and draw the belly in. As we inhale, straighten the left leg, draw the toes toward the face as we touch the fingertips down. Finding that in the hamstring, but just in the center of the muscle. If we're finding it near the knee joint or up near the sit bone, I want you to keep a little bit of a bend to that knee for this sequence. As we exhale, bend the left knee, open the arms, cactus lunge. Inhale, lengthen forward, touch the fingers down, nice long spine. Exhale, bend the left knee, open the arms, cactus lunge, and continue with your own breath. Keep drawing the belly in. Find a point out in front to fix your gaze. So our drishti point in yoga, helping us gain a little bit of focus, a little bit of balance, softening the movement right down. And again, we're in full control of the movement. If it feels really unstable, feel free to stay in one space, work into that, and then maybe continue. So again, you don't have to flow. Listen to where your body's at this morning. We'll do one more. Meeting in our cactus lunge. We're going to frame that left foot with both hands. Coming off the right knee, we're going to step the left foot back to meet right into our plank. Nice strong plank here. We're going to hang out here a little bit longer this morning. Press the ground away. Shoulders over elbows over wrists. Elbow creases face forward. And we have a nice straight line from the base of the neck through to the heel. So make sure those hips aren't in the air. and make sure they're not dipped to the ground. So I want you to feel really strong in the core here. If it's too much on the shoulders, you can always drop to the knees, but again, keep that nice straight line from the neck to the knees. So again, bum doesn't pop up or hips don't drop down. Holding it here. One more breath. We're going to exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground, elbows tucked in, roll the heart forward, untuck the toes, press the feet into the ground, draw the shoulders back as we lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, press the ground away, lift the hips, downward dog. And again, we can keep stillness or walk it out in our downward dog, whatever feels good. Use this time to reconnect with the breath, making sure it's getting deep down into the belly and it's not caught up in the chest. One more breath. We're going to inhale the right leg up, looking forward, bend the right knee. We're going to step that right foot forward into lunge in as many steps as you need. So just don't swing that leg forward. Left foot to meet it, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up through center, hands extended up, palms together. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Stepping left foot back to lunge, dropping left knee down. Left hand stays in the ground. We're going to inhale, right arm up toward the ceiling, opening the heart, gaze goes up. Exhale, right hand comes back to meet left. Inhale, both arms out, reaching up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart, interlock fingers, place them just above the right knee. And again, take your time, step that left knee back a little bit more so we can really feel that hip space. Right knee stacked over the ankle. We're going to inhale, lengthen, draw the shoulders back. And as we exhale, sink the hips. 3 more here. Keep drawing the belly button in so we don't feel that compression in the lower back. Relax the shoulders, relax the gaze. Relax the breath. Last one. Staying in our lunge, pad the knee if you need to. We're going to open the arms into our cactus. Inhale, lengthen forward, touch the fingers down as we draw the toes toward the face, conscious of the hamstring. Exhale, down the right knee, open the arms, cactus lunge. And continue with your own breath. And again, keep drawing that belly button in. So almost like you're feeling the belly button moving its way toward the spine. That's where you're trying to focus on getting that little bit of extra core engagement. Keep the spine long, keep the heart open, keep the gaze forward. And even as we work through the pose, if you're finding that left knee is uncomfortable, take your time. Pad it, make the sequence as accessible as you can, so you're not battling through it. Last one. We're going to meet in our cactus lunge. Frame that right foot with both hands, coming off the left knee. We're going to step the right foot back to my left. Again, holding it here. Nice strong plank. Pressing the ground away. So don't think about yourself holding yourself in space. I want you to think it's almost like you're pressing against a wall. Really strong in those arms for 3. Strong in those legs for 2. And 1. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground, elbows tucked in. Roll the heart forward, untuck the toes. Press the feet into the ground, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes, press the ground away, lift the hips. Downward dog. And again, stillness or walk it out. Those feet are a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Keep drawing the chest toward the ground. Relax the head, relax the neck. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Drop the heels a little bit lower. 1 more breath here. We're going to inhale the left leg up, looking forward, bend the left knee. We're going to step that left foot forward into lunge, slow and controlled. Right foot to meet it. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up to center, hands extended up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Start to feel that inner warmth happening. We're going to move into round 2. Take a drink anytime you need. Feet nicely grounded, hip width distance apart, hands to heart. Relax the shoulders, relax the breath. When you're ready, inhale both arms out, reaching up, palms together. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Stepping right foot back to lunge, right hand stays in the ground. Right knee can be on or off the mat, your choice. Inhale, left arm up toward the ceiling, open the heart. Exhale, left hand comes back to meet right. Right knee on or off the ground. We're going to inhale both arms out, reaching up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart, interlock fingers, place them just above the left knee. If that right knee is bent and wobbly, I want you to place it to the ground and just work on the hips. We're going to inhale, lengthen, draw the shoulders back. And as we exhale, sink those hips. 3 more here. Movement is at the hips. Knee remains stacked over the ankle. 2 more. Last one. This time we're going to exhale that right knee all the way down to the ground if it's not there already. Step it back as far as you need. You're feeling a nice little stretch into the front of that right hip. Open the arms, cactus arms. Inhale, lengthen forward, touch the fingers down as we draw the toe toward the face. Exhale, bend the left knee, open the arms, cactus lunge, and continue with your own breath. As we open into our cactus arms, I want you to really draw those shoulder blades together. So feeling that space into the heart, opening into those chest muscles. Keep the spine long, core strong, gaze forward. Relax the breath. In and out through the nose, nice deep belly breath. Last one. From our cactus, we're going to bring the hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, twist to the left. Hook the right elbow to the outer leg. We're going to press the palms together. See if we can draw that left shoulder back so the full body turns to the left side of the room. See if we can press that right arm into the leg, lifting the belly off the leg, working into our twist, looking over the left shoulder for 3. For 2, and 1, inhale back to the front as we turn, exhale, hands frame that left foot. We're going to come off the right knee, step the left foot back to meet right. So a little bit of mobility into the hips this time. This can be done on or off the knees, whatever feels good for you. As we inhale, we're going to bend the right knee in and we're going to step that right foot all the way out to the right, as much in line with that right foot as we can. So a little bit of a lizard thing going on here. We're going to inhale, legs together. Exhale, bend the left knee and then step that left foot in line with the left hand. Inhale, legs together. Exhale, step it up to the right. Inhale, legs together. Exhale, step it to the left. We'll do 1 more both sides. So again, feel free to drop to the knees. Same movement. And again, we're not swinging the leg. We're consciously moving through that left hip. Control the movement. Coming back to plank. We're going to exhale, knees, chest chin to the ground, elbows in. Roll the heart forward on tuck the toes. Press the feet into the ground, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes, press the ground away, lift the hips. Downward dog. Again, stillness or walk it out, whatever feels good to you. Relax the head, relax the neck, relax the breath. From stillness in our downward dog, we're going to inhale the right leg up. Looking forward, bend the right knee. We're going to step that right foot forward into lunge. Slow and controlled. Left foot to meet it. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up to center. Hands extended up, palms together. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Stepping left foot back to lunge, left hand stays in the ground in line with the foot. Left knee on or off the mat. We're going to inhale, right arm up toward the ceiling, opening the heart for 3. For 2. And 1, right hand comes back to the ground, left knee on or off the mat. We're going to inhale both arms out. Palms together, exhale, hands to heart, interlock fingers, place them just above the right knee. Right knee stays stacked over the ankle, step that left foot back if you want to get a wee bit deeper. We're going to inhale, lengthen, draw the belly in. Exhale, sink the hips. 3 more. Again, bring that left knee to the ground if you feel any way unstable here, and just work with releasing those hips. And then when those hips are released a little bit more, it's going to feel a lot easier to lift that left knee. One more. Release that left knee all the way to the ground. Open the arms into our cactus. Step the left knee back if you want to go deeper. Inhale, lengthen forward, touch the fingers down, draw the toe toward the face. Exhale, bend the right knee, open the arms, cactus lunge, and continue with your own breath. Keep drawing the belly in. Conscious movement. And again, you're in control of the movement. Don't let the movement control you. Going as deep as feels good, as strong as you can. Mindfully moving. Two more. Slow it right down. The slower we go, the more engagement we're going to get. Last one. Meeting inner cactus, we're going to bring the hands to heart. Inhale here, draw the belly in. As we exhale, twist to the right. Try to get that right knee stacked over the ankle. We're going to bring the left elbow to the outer leg. Hands pressed together, draw that right shoulder back. See if we can press the left arm into the leg, creating a little bit of air space between the belly and the leg. Looking over the right shoulder, allow those hips sink for 3. For 2. And 1. Inhale, turn back to the front of the room. We're going to frame that right foot with both hands. Coming off the left knee, we're going to step the right foot back to meet left into our plank. Same deal as we did with the last round. Again, knees on or off the ground. We're going to inhale center. As we exhale, bend the right knee and step it all the way in line with that right hand. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, step it up to the left. Break the movement down. So that foot mightn't get quite in line with the hand the first couple of rounds, but over time, we're trying to get a little bit closer. Okay, so what we don't want to do is swing it up, so just even step it up until we get there. Nice and strong in those arms. Last one. Back to center, we're going to inhale here in plank and then exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground, elbows in. Roll the heart forward, untuck the toes, press the feet into the ground, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, press the ground away, downward dog. Nice and easy, inner downward dog. And again, even in downward dog, if you feel like those shoulders, those arms need a little break, you can always sink down into your child's pose for a couple of breaths, just giving the body and the mind a little break. So again, don't battle through the practice. Take your time. Wherever we're at, we're going to meet in stillness in our downward dog. Inhale the left leg up, looking forward. We're going to bend the left knee. Step that left foot forward into lunge, slow and controlled. Right foot to meet it. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up to center, hands extended up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, take a little drink if you need. I'm talking a wee bit too much here. Okay, lovely. Round 3, when you're ready. Meeting at the front of the mat. Feet nicely grounded, hip width distance apart. Hands to heart. Relax the breath, roll the shoulders back, draw the belly in. Relax the face, relax the gaze. Inhale, arms out, reaching up, palms together. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Stepping right foot back to lunge, right hand stays in the ground. Inhale, left arm up toward the ceiling, opening the heart for 3. For 2. And 1, left hand back to the ground, right knee on or off the ground. We're going to inhale both arms out, reaching up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Interlock fingers, place them just above the left knee. We're going to inhale, lengthen as we draw the shoulders back. And then exhale, sink those hips. We do that 3 more times. If you want to go deeper, scooch that right foot back. Try to keep that left knee stacked over the ankle. 2 more. Keep drawing the belly in. Last one. We're going to release that right knee all the way down to the ground. Pat it if you need, shift the right knee back if you want to go a little bit deeper. We're going to open those arms into cactus. Inhale, lengthen forward, touch the fingers down. Exhale, bend the left knee, cactus lunge, and continue with your own breath. Slow the movement right down. So if we just kind of aimlessly go through the motions, we're not fully engaging those muscles around the joints. So I want you to really mindfully come in and out of the sequence. Keep drawing the belly button in. Last one. Meeting in our cactus, we're going to bring both hands to the heart, slowly twist to the left. We're going to hook that right elbow to the outer leg. Hands pressed together. We're going to draw that left shoulder back as much as we can. Chest is parallel to the left side of the room. See if we can press the right arm into the leg, creating a wee bit of space between the belly and the leg. Still bending into the left knee, gaze goes over the left shoulder. If we want to challenge it a little bit more, staying in our twist, we're going to lift the right knee off the ground, press back through the heel. We're going to hold it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Release the knee, slowly turn back to the front of the room, framing the left foot with both hands. We're going to come off the right knee, step the left foot back to meet right. Again, we're going to continue to work into those hips. Inhale and plank. Exhale, bend the right knee, step it all the way as far as we can go. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, bend the left knee, step it forward. And continue with your own breath. So again, remembering this can be done with one knee on the ground. Try not to swing that leg. Slow, controlled movement. Break it down into several movements. Last one, both sides. Meeting in plank, we're going to inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if you're practicing. Roll the heart forward on top of the toes. Maybe cobra or upward dog. Keep drawing those shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press the ground away, lift the hips. Downward dog. And again, stillness or walk it out, whatever feels good for you this morning. Relax the breath. Keep drawing the chest toward the mat. Relax the head, relax the neck. We're going to inhale the right leg up. We're going to bend the right knee and open those hips to the right side of the room. I want you to press the sole of that right foot as far to the left as you can. So you should be able to look underneath the left armpit and see it hanging out. We're going to draw the left heel down and lift that right knee as high as we can for 3. Lift a little bit more for 2. And 1. Back into 3-legged dog. Look forward between the hands. We're going to bend that right knee and step that right foot forward into lunge, slow and controlled. Left foot to meet it. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up to center, hands extended up, palms together. Last side, exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Stepping left foot back to lunge, left hand on the ground. Knee on or off the mat, we're going to inhale, right arm up toward the ceiling, opening the heart, take the gaze up for 3. Press back through the heel for 2. And 1, right hand comes back to the ground. Left knee on or off the mat. We're going to inhale, both arms out, reaching up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Interlock fingers, kiss and just above the right knee. We're going to inhale, lengthen as we draw the belly in. Exhale, sink and release those hips. 3 more. Again, right knee stays stacked over the ankle. Movement is from the hips. Scoot that left foot back if you want to go deeper. Last one. And then we're going to release that left knee all the way down to the ground. Again, scoot the left knee back. If you want to go deeper, we're going to open the arms into our cactus. So what we don't want to happen is that left knee to be up here and we're actually getting no depth into the hips. So take your time, scoot that left knee back as far back as you can go whilst keeping that right knee where it's at. Inhale, lengthen forward as we touch the fingers down. Exhale, bend the right knee, open the arms. cactus lunge, and continue with your own breath. So again, slow the movement right down, control the movement. Smooth, strong, engaged. Relax the gaze, relax the breath. So make sure to exhale, let it out. Again, not going too deep in those hamstrings. If it feels too much, keep a little bend to that right knee. Last two. Last one. Meeting in our cactus lunge, we're going to bring the hands to heart, inhale here. And as we exhale, twist to the right, we're going to hook the left elbow to the outer leg. Press the palms together, draw that right shoulder back. So really opening the heart. See if we can press that left arm into the leg, creating space between the belly and the leg. Right knee is still stacked over the ankle, gaze goes over the right shoulder. If we want to bring it a little bit further, we're going to press into the ball of the left foot, lifting off the knee, but holding that twist. For 3. For 2. And 1. Gently release the knee, slowly turn back to the front of the room. We're going to frame that right foot with both hands. Come off the left knee, step the right foot back to meet left. Last one in our plank this morning. Knees on or off the ground, hips level. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend the right knee, step that right foot forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, step it out to the left. And again, with your own breath, see if you've got a little bit more range. So each time we come back into this, hopefully that foot's getting a little bit further in line with those hands, if it's not there already. Don't swing it. Slowly, slowly. So you might have that strength, but the space might not be there to bring that foot all the way forward yet. So listen to the body. We're going to inhale back and plank. And then exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga to the ground, elbows in. Roll the heart forward and tuck the toes. Press the feet into the ground, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press the ground away, lift the hips. Downward dog. Again, walk it out or stillness, whatever feels good. Relax the breath. Relax the head, relax the neck. From stillness in our downward dog, we're going to inhale the left leg up, bend the left knee, open those hips to the left side of the room. Press the sole of that left foot as far to the right. Drop the right heel down, lift the left knee a little bit higher. Pressing the arms strongly into the ground for 3. Lift for 2. And 1. Back into 3-legged dog, look forward between the hands. We're going to step that left foot forward into lunge. Drop the right knee down, this time untuck the toe and walk that left foot as far out to the left as we can. Coming up onto the finger pads or onto a block. We're not going to hold it here too long this morning, but just getting a little bit of extra depth into those hips. Left knee is still stacked over the heel. Walking that right knee back until we feel that release into the front of the right hip. Relax the head, relax the neck, holding it here for 3. For 2. And 1 last breath. Coming down onto the hands, we're going to step that left knee back to meet right. And then on the other side, we're going to step that right foot, even if it means using that right hand, bringing it up in line with the hands. Right foot comes to the outside of the mat, both hands are inside. We're going to come up onto the finger pads. Inhale, draw the chest forward, roll the shoulders back, and then exhale, allow those hips sink and release. Maybe step that left knee back a little bit more. And again, just notice how it feels compared to the other side. Are we getting a little bit more release? It's a little bit more restricted. So just even noticing the imbalances, so not battling to make one side do what the other side did, but even just noticing those imbalances. And again, if they start to become an issue, we can already kind of try to create that balance. Relax the breath. One more breath here. And then flattening out the hands, we're going to step that right knee back to meet left, and then slowly walk the hands back toward the knees as we come to sit back onto the heels. So because we've done so much lovely mobilization and stretching, we're going to finish with a nice restorative pose for the hips. What I'm going to get you to do, if you're like me and you have a hard surface floor and maybe a skinny mat, what you could do is roll up your mat. So it's just to get a little bit extra padding. Likewise, you could use a towel to do the same. Okay. So I'm just gonna, yeah, you should see me okay here. What you could do again, if you want, you could always have a little cushion or a towel out front. Our face is going to be there in the moment, so just to make it a little bit more comfortable. So from here, we're going to keep the toes touching and we're going to walk those knees as wide apart as we can. So almost like we're setting up for a wide-legged child's pose. We can sit back onto the heels, or if that doesn't happen, just hover off. So again, knees are wide, toes are together. We're going to walk the hands forward just until the hips are in line with the knees. So we're not sitting back on the heels and we haven't released forward into those hips. And again, even as we get this line, those knees might move further apart. Then we're going to come down onto the forearms. And then what we might do is walk those hands forward, rest the forehead to the ground or onto a cushion or onto a towel or whatever takes your fancy, onto a block. So I want you to feel the heart melt toward the ground here. If it's too uncomfortable, feel free to make a little pillow by patting one hand on top of the other. So really nice if you can get that chest to sink toward the ground. So this is the first stage. Just draw the belly in so we're not totally collapsing into the lower back. If you want to come into your full frog, we can open those lower legs, those shins out. So we've got nice 90-degree angles at the knees. And then we can draw the toes toward the knees. So we've got nice 90-degree angles at the ankles also. Okay, so this is quite intense pose. Don't go there if it feels any way strange or painful or tingling. All right. Just make sure those feet aren't floating off the ground. So bring them down. Or if they're still floating, you can bring those heels a little bit closer toward each other. We're going to stay here for just under a minute. So you could stay here for a little bit longer, but just this morning, just so you can feel the pose without going too crazy deep. Relax the breath, relax the belly. So again, if the hips are quite tight, this is definitely not going to be the most comfortable place in the world. I want you to take your focus off the hips and just internalize those thoughts. I want you to work onto your breath, focusing on nice, deep belly breathing. Softly, softly filling that belly as deep as you can. And as you exhale, allow the belly release, the chest release, the head, the heart, everything release. Feel gravity bring us toward the ground. Again, focusing in on that belly button, in and out. Releasing every little part of the body, including the face. So notice if you're frowning or you're clenching your jaw, maybe you're clenching your fists. So often when we're trying to do something, we're not really realizing how much tension we might be holding. So it's really hard to release into any part of the body if we're holding tension in any other. So again, just allow the body soften a little bit more with each exhale. Maybe those knees come further apart. Maybe those hips have had enough and you want to bring those feet together, or you need to sit back onto the heels. So again, listen to your body. We just have a couple of more breaths here. So this is quite deep. I don't want you to force it. Allow the body release as opposed to feeling that you're forcing or holding the pose. If we're in full frog, first things first, I just want you to bring those feet a little bit closer toward each other. So we're releasing those lower legs. Wherever we are, we're going to come up onto our forearms. So it's really important we come slowly out of this pose because it is quite deep. On our forearms, we're just going to press the forearms into the ground. So we're taking the pressure off the hips and then gently walk those knees a little bit closer toward each other. And then we're going to slowly tuck the chin in and walk the hands back toward the knees until we're sitting back up onto the heels. And just take a moment here, let those hips reset, realign. And then when you feel good and ready, take your time. You can roll out your mat. And then find your way to any comfortable seat. So it could be easy cross-legged if you want to see how those hips are feeling, or it could be sitting back on the heels, or it could be sitting on the sofa, whatever feels good for you. We're going to finish our practice like we started it this morning, in a nice, comfortable, strong seat. Wherever we're at, we're going to open the palms. And when you're ready, inhale, arms out, reaching up. Interlock fingers, press palms to the ceiling. As we exhale, press the palms forward, release the breath, sigh it out and let it go. We'll do that 2 more times. Nice big stretch as we inhale and release. Slowly bring the hands to heart, press the palms together, close down the eyes, and just thank yourselves for creating a wee bit of space in your morning to come to the mat, to look after yourself, to create some lovely energy, some lovely engagement, and hopefully take that with you into the day and into the rest of the weekend. And thank you for sharing your practice and your energy with me. Namaste.